We're learning Nachok Israel for Thursday, Parashat Lecha Musa. Ra'ui sheneda. We should be aware and know. Ki kol ha'avonot mitkaprot b'tshuva. All the averot, all transgressions, all sins are atoned for through repentance. Ela avon ha'mat'e et harabim ve'hamat'e otam benimus ra u'ta'ut ra. But there are exceptions to the rule, and the exception in terms of things that are so serious that it would be difficult to atone even with teshuvah. One example, the first example here, is a person that leads people in the wrong way. The person who leads them astray, who leads them into bad practice, who teaches them the wrong things to do, a person who teaches others to be criminals or transgressors, he's done much worse than just him just doing averah and repenting for it. And through that instruction that he gave them, which would be against, not in accordance with Hora'ah, with the Torah, Veshelok halacha, not according to halacha, he taught them, En avono mitkaper, his averah is not atoned for, mipnei she'eno yachol letaken ma she'ivet, ve'eno yachol le'ashiv et haraot asher limed otam, because even if he does teshuvah, he repents, that would be for himself. But about all the other people that he taught in the wrong way, let's say he taught them something that is asur to do on Shabbat, that it's mutar. Let's say the guys that, the people who do conversions, but they don't teach them that it's asur to drive on Shabbat, and there are communities, like some communities where it's be considered not asur. So that's absolutely wrong. So if you teach them wrong, all the people that you taught them in the wrong way, after that, what's going to happen? They're going to continue doing it. Even if you atone yourself, how are you going to be able to reach everybody that you taught something that was wrong to do, to tell them, no, correct, I take back what I said. So that's why he's saying, when a person does teshuvah for the averot that he did, everything can be atoned for. But if he taught other people to do averot, he's not going to be able to catch up with them to take back what he already taught. Okay? V'chatat harabim teluya bo. And the sins of the masses is dependent on him. On him it says, Mashgei Sharim b'derech ra. The pasuk says in Proverbs, a person who leads the Sharim, those who are upright, in the wrong path. So that was one example. Hashenit, the second example, which is an exception to teshuvah, would be very difficult to do teshuvah for. Mi shemotzei shem ra al chavero. A person who libels his fellow, says something bad about another person. And he embarrassed him in something that he's not suspected of. His sin cannot be atoned for. Why? Because he cannot correct what he did. He cannot turn back the clock.
No.
And whatever he said is already spread out. And he was told to other people, and one guy told another guy, who told another guy, who told another guy, and it's impossible to return. Just like a person, to give an example for this, was told, you want to correct that, take a pillow that's full of little feathers, open it and throw it in the wind. Now go and collect.
Spill the milk on the floor.
Now go and collect all the feathers that spread out all in the wind. Yeah. It's the same way, or write everything that you said, cut it in little small pieces of paper, and throw them in the wind. Now go collect them. It'd be impossible. Same way, if you said Lashon Hara and he spread out and was carried into other places, you may have no idea where it went to for you to be able to take back. Hashelishit, another third example of something that will be very, very difficult to do teshuvah. Mi sheyesh bado gezel ve'oshek ve'eno meshev gezelatan. A person who stole, cheated others, and he doesn't return what he stole. Va'alav ne'emar v'haya ki yecheta ve'ashem ve'yeshiv ta gezela asher gazal v'otiv yachbo havon rasha yeshiv gezela lo yigzol lechach imed ba'ala gezela chayav le'ashiv u'lachzir ha'gezela le'roshei hamet. So if a person stole, he has to return what he stole to the person that he stole from. What if the guy died? He gives it back to his heirs, to the people who inherited him, like his children, so that he gives back what he took not properly from another person. שנאמר לאשר לא ייתנו ביום אשמתו. ואם אין לו יורשים, what if the person doesn't have any people that inherited him? Person died with no children, no relatives, nobody. Who does he return it to? חייב הגוזל להפקירם ולעשותם הקדש. The person has to renounce ownership of that thing that he gained. Let's say he took $1,000 from somebody, he wants to return him, not around, he died. Doesn't have kids, doesn't have anybody that inherited him. What does he do with that money? He makes it ownerless, and he designated as sacred to be used for the needs of the community. Now, a person sometimes, if he has even something like, let's say, his scale is incorrect, Instead of weighing 1 pound, it weighs 990, 90% of a pound. So how is he going to find everybody that he sold to? How is he going to be able to return? Sometimes it's impossible to return. So that will be very difficult to do teshuvah. But at least to do teshuvah with that is to use that money for needs of the community. Yeah.
You go to Afshin that in our delicatessen or something. Something that's good.
Okay. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.